Living in Warwickshire, it often feels like landscape photography locations are few and far between. There are a handful of locations that we normally go to, Chesterton Windmill being an obvious one, Cannock Chase. But there's one lesser known windmill in the south of Warwickshire called Tysoe Windmill. On Sunday morning, I got a text from Steve messaging me to see if I wanted to come out and play tonight. Being a school night, I was a bit hesitant, but then I realised the aurora doesn't come too often, so I had to take the opportunity. Would we get the aurora? Spoiler alert, no. What we did get though, more than made up for it.
We're here for one very specific reason, because early this morning I got a text off Steve saying, "You fancy coming out tonight?" I went, "What?" And I looked at my phone and looked back through the messages, and apparently there's a really strong coronal mass ejection. Careful how I say that. From the sun. So there's a real strong potential for an aurora tonight. And I think with this windmill here and an aurora behind it, I think would look absolutely incredible. Now, myself and Steve, with another guy called Tom, we came here because we thought we might get an aurora a couple of years ago now. That never happened, so you never know, maybe tonight's the night. Weather, as you can see at the moment, it's really quite clouded in. Massive rainstorm out over towards the west there, but it is looking really quite beautiful. So while we wait for the evening to arrive, thought we'd try and grab some nice sunset shots. So I've taken a shot here already with my new Sigma 16 to 28mm lens. And I've got, as you can see, right down on the deck here, and I'm making some use of this cow parsley as a bit of foreground interest. So I'm placing that cow parsley pretty much on the bottom left-hand third of the image, and then putting the windmill pretty much on the top right-hand third of the image. I'll probably opt for something sort of more like a sort of 4x5 crop. I'm having to focus stack the image as well, so I'm taking 3 different images, one for the immediate foreground of this cow parsley, one for kind of the mid-ground, and then one for the windmill, and that should get everything from front to back really crisp and really sharp. So I'm going to put this shot on screen for you and just walk around and take some more compositions. I really want to make some play with this beautiful light and these storm clouds you've got in the background there, because the texture in these clouds is incredible right now. It really is. So yeah, gonna walk around a bit and see what we can try and frame up here, and I might even try and get the drone up as well. It's a bit windy, but I've got the Air 3S which can take a bit of a battering with the wind. And another thing as well, actually, there's a little woodland just here, which when I was here last time with Tom, he got a cracking image there. So if we get some light in there, I might sneak over there in a bit and try and steal a shot. Okay, so I've come over a little bit from that cow parsley I was shooting a moment ago to the right here, and I've placed the windmill on the right hand third of the image. I'm at just over 28mm, so I've put my 28 to 200 on, and as I say, I've got the windmill on the right hand third, and I've got these trees on the left hand side and on the right hand side, just bookending the image really. And the clouds just look absolutely epic. The drama that's coming through here and the light. I'm going to reshoot this now because we're getting a bit of sun through. Having to exposure bracket 3 stops either side of the recommended exposure, taking a shot. I'm also shooting at ISO 640 because there's a lot of movement with the wind here of this cow parsley. I want to try and get that as sharp as possible. And it's beautiful. Might actually get a sunstar in a bit. That would look quite nice. Have to play with that in a little bit, possibly. But for now, let me put this on screen for you. And yeah, I'm just going to walk around to see what we can find. It's a beautiful evening here most of the evening. Hopefully we get some aurora later, but here's this shot. Right, so I've come a little bit closer to the windmill now. I'm at 28mm, and I'm shooting at f/16 and ISO 640 again, just to try and freeze the motion in this cow passing these grasses here. But the sun's coming out, as you can see, really quite bright. So the reason I'm shooting at f/16 is I've got the sun placed just peeking out the side of the windmill, and I've got a beautiful sun star just coming across the frame. It looks really quite nice. Doing what I was doing back there, I've flanked the windmill with trees on the right hand side and trees on the left hand side. It works really quite nice. Again, you've got a big portion of the sky in, so you've got all that beautiful texture and drama. Really nice. But as you can see with this light here now, it's lighting up these grasses really quite nice. So I might go back to a similar composition of what I took for the first shot, because this light on this cow parsley looks really quite nice. Try and make something of that, maybe in a sort of portrait orientation leaning out to the windmill. This is gorgeous. The light is just lovely and golden. Oh, beautiful. Let me put this on screen for you, and I'm going to head over that way a little bit and try and find a composition with this cow parsley. So I have moved back over now and got the camera back into portrait orientation. As I said, I'm making some use of this cow parsley. Oh my God, it's gorgeous, it really is. Got this piece of cow parsley here. Again, like that first image, pretty much on the left hand side of the image, left hand third, balanced against the windmill on the top right hand third. But then you've got the addition there of the sun. And yeah, it's just creating some lovely sun stars shining across this beautiful sort of meadow sort of foreground. It's glorious. It looks so dreamy on the back of the camera. I just hope it edits as well as it looks on the back of the camera. Having to again bracket the exposures because it's such a high contrast scene with that bright sunlight coming through, obviously the darks of the sort of foreground here and the windmill itself. And I've also exposed for the sky at f/22 to really enhance that sun star effect. But for the foreground and sort of the mid-ground, I've actually exposed f/16 just to try and peak sharpness. It should work out, it should. The best thing is as well, the wind has died down quite a bit now, so the cow parsley is not moving around as much. So I'm getting away with ISO 400 just to try and make sure everything's just kind of nicely freezed in the frame. And the sun is just about to dip behind the cloud there, so we're probably going to lose the best of the light for a little bit. But if this is the best shot of the night before the aurora comes, I think I'm going to be really happy with it. So let me pop this on screen for you. Wow, absolutely stunning.
Oh, rainbow, big rainbow.
Where? Oh, you know. Over there, over there. We need to move over there.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
I'm going live.
Wow, wow, wow.
So we're going live.
Look at this. Beautiful rainbow. Oh, it's absolutely... You've got 3 photographers here. Super excited.
I think I'm live.
Super excited. Steve's gone live.
I'm not live yet.
I do. Yeah, Steve's live on Thumbs Up Photography. If you're not on there already, go and have a look. But
Look at that. Look.
beautiful rainbow. Composition wise, it's tricky though, because you can probably make out these trees just here, just next to the windmill, and there's nothing on the other side, so it looks to me a little bit imbalanced. Now, I don't know. It's one of them. I've put basically the windmill pretty much bang in the centre of the image. Rainbow coming straight over the top.
Not only that, we've had a
Now,
before that.
I could get a bit fancy in Photoshop. Maybe remove those trees. Yeah,
Colin, you're right, Colin.
could have a go.
McGill,
But
Are you going
I'll see how it looks in post. I've got some Brummy here who's very noisy.
There's a brummy.
Yeah, as you can see, we're really excited. But it's just great to be out on this early summer evening. So I'm going to put this photo on screen for you now. This evening just keeps getting better and better.
Right, Simon.
It really does. Just need like a unicorn or some kind of bald eagle to come flying over now, and then the aurora later, and the day's complete.
Absolutely.
In the end, I processed this image twice, one with the trees removed and one with the trees still in. I do really like the one where I've removed the trees, but my conscience says I think I probably pushed it a bit too far with the remove tool. However, having said that, I do really like the solitude of the windmill with that rainbow cast right over the top of it. Do you think I pushed it a bit too far with the remove tool? Or do you agree it actually looks better without the trees? I suppose there's a very fine line between photography and faking an image. But at the end of the day, it's a creative art. And in my vision, I did like the idea of having that solitary windmill set amongst that expanse of that rainbow.
Right, now I need to try and find my camera bag, which should be somewhere over there. But when it all kicked off with the light, I just ditched it and just took my one lens, my 16-28, and just ran around here and tried to frame shots up. So hopefully no one's been with me and Tom and took it. They shouldn't have done. But this evening is just getting better and better. And yeah, I think I can. Nope, can't see my camera bag. Got to be there, hopefully. And hey, look at this. Lazy landscape photography. Look at it. Let me turn you around. A man's living in luxury. I'm only jealous. I wish I thought of it myself. I've just been. You just said I could sit on his knee. All right, camera bag's been found. Panic over. Might get the drone up for a bit, see if we can get something with that. But it's starting to get really quite dark. We'll have a go anyway.
So we've been standing around for quite a while now, been having a good chat, and yeah, it's coming up to 1:30 in the morning. Various different apps and various different forums are on, suggests that it's not going to happen tonight. I have got work tomorrow, so yeah, as Colin as well and Steve, so I think we're going to call it a night. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. What's going to happen is we're going to walk back down to the van, we'll get all the way down there, and we'll get a notification saying there's a sudden expansion of the aurora, at which case we'll be running back up here, but I doubt it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, but I mean, I'm not disappointed. I mean, it would have been nice to get the aurora, but I tell you what, that sunset we had earlier was fantastic. I think I got a couple of really nice images, so really looking forward to getting back and getting those edited. And so yeah, so from me here, yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. Just an announcement as well, we have the 5 of us of the Thumbs Up Photography group, we have just launched a YouTube channel. The response so far has been absolutely fantastic, and it's basically the first series is 8 episodes long, and we're already starting work on our second series as well, so it's really great stuff on there. So yeah, do go and have a look at that. There's a link in the description below, but also go and check out our Facebook group, Thumbs Up Photography. It's a great community, so it's a friendly place. We have weekly competitions on there, and it's just a great place to hang out. So yeah, go and have a look at that as well. I'll put a link, as I say, in the description. But from me here in South Warwickshire, I'll see you soon.